Go.
Oh, so 19th of the 6th. Was that a Monday?
Yes.
Monday or something. Was it Tuesday probably? I don't know. One of those days, I watched Kazuto Ayoko
Wednesday.
fighting. Uh, sorry. I'm watching Kazuto Ayoko fighting Aston Palicidi.
Who are these?
Right, going in. This was for the vacant World Boxing Organization World Super Flyweight title.
Oh, right.
This guy's name is quite hard to pronounce. I think it's Aston Palicid. So I call him Palicid or Palicidi. But anyway, going into the fight, Palicidi was 25-2-1, and going up against the Japanese Kazuto Ioka, and going in he was 23-2. But what was noteworthy was he was already a three-time three-weight world champion, and bidding to become the four-weight the first Japanese male four-weight champion. As far as I know, he is the first four-weight world champion with this result.
What weight is this? Did you say Superfly?
Super flyweight, yeah.
So you would have started off at minimum, then straw, then fly. Right, okay.
But like, I'm not really a big fan of these sort of like that much like lighter weights. I think they should get rid of the straw weight now, because with the like day before dehydration thing, you could probably come in at 7-7 and probably weigh in as a super flyweight, because they're 8 stone 3 and you gain 6 pounds in fluid. Well, you're gonna be, the flyweight at least. So it's not really as good as it is. It's not really the same achievement as if you do it with welterweight to middleweight.
No, I suppose no. Especially Pacquiao's run.
Yeah. So this fight, I'm not sure which channel it was on, but I downloaded it, and I never seen either boxer. But what struck me was first of all, was the clock, the countdown clock. It wasn't counting down; it was counting up. So that sort of confused me a bit. Do you know when you look at the clock, you think, "Oh no, I've watched 2 minutes this round, and it's on 2 minutes already." Like, and you think, well, it's not. It's like it's the other way around. Normally you have a countdown clock. But anyway, that's Japan view. So this fight, Pulisic was winning the first 2 rounds. Crisp boxing, good power shots coming forward. And Ioka was just sort of parrying things. And then his sort of game plan seemed to come into play in about round 4-5. He's making his man miss because he was up against a taller opponent. And I think sensing this, Pulisic opened up in round 7, catching Ioka with glancing but powerful headshots. Ioka went down, but he's ruled a slip. So you had to give that round to Pulisic. And then the pace was slowing then, and then it got to round 10 where Ioka caught his man with some big flush rights, and he just kept it in him, and then the referee sort of stopped the fight, which was a good stoppage, I thought. But what was the revelation again was seeing more skillful boxers in these divisions. There's a lot of things you see in these weight classes which you don't see at heavyweight, which is natural, but I can see why he's a big sort of fight in Japan,
Yeah.
So that I watched it basically because the fight news giving the write up of this guy, and I thought, well, it's there to watch, so I'll watch it. But looking at his record, he's been in with a lot of good fighters. There's another boxer called Donny Nietes.
Yeah.
Who's now 42-1. He's in a multiple number of titles, and he's the last man to beat Ioka on points. But he had a draw with the Ioka's opponent, so you can see why that fight was made. So yeah, it was a good fight.
That's mad, in a 4-weight world champion. I've never heard of him.
That's why it's probably worth mentioning it.
Yeah.
We go probably head next now to Friday, which we saw Andrew Cancio retain his World Boxing Association World Super Featherweight title against Alberto Machado.
Oh, I saw a bit. I didn't see any of the fight, but I know there's a lot of chatter about this online.
Yeah, it's disappointing for Machado. He's gone down from body shots and got stopped with a big right to the body, counted out. in round 3, and I thought, well, if they know he's weak to the body, why isn't he training properly?
Mm.
You take away that sort of. So it's quite a disappointing result for Machado, and great win for Cancio.
It was a rematch. It was, wasn't it?
Yeah, because Cancio sort of sprung the upset last time.
So we
I
doubled
think,
down on it this time, man.
yeah, I think last time he was down in the first round, but he rallied back to stop Machado. So this time it was a lot easier for him, you
How big of an upset was it before then?
know. Well, Machado was undefeated at the time. I think he was
Ah,
21-0, and the other guy was 4-2 coming in. So I'll have a quick look at his record to see if he was stopped. I'll give you an indication. Um, no, I don't think it should have been shouldn't have been that big an underdog because he hadn't been stopped. Yeah, so. Oh yeah, you got lost TKO 9 Joseph Diaz. Well, yeah, it's fair enough because Diaz is probably a mid-range puncher.
mm.
So yeah, I can understand why he was the underdog last time. But yeah, disappointing for Machado. So the next bill I'd like to discuss is on Friday was the Ulster Hall Belfast bill. It was shown on ESPN Plus.
Where did the show in this country? You streamed it, so.
Um, no, it's on YouTube in this country.
Oh, free.
Yeah.
All right, okay.
What was interesting was I put the bill on and there was absolutely like no commentary, and it was the first fight, or might have been the second fight. It was Taylor McGoldrick. I thought that light heavyweight in against the journeyman with I think it's 1 win, 4 losses. I thought, oh, this is another sort of routine prospect. Well, McGoldrick was hammering away at this guy, and he was looking for the early finish, and it did come, except the other way around.
Did they?
Yeah, the other guy just landed like 2 big right hands and took him out. And I thought, well, he had the fight in the bag skill wise, but he was just too over eager to impress. He was trying to get him out of there, and do you know what I mean? You could tell he was trying to impress the crowd and be, obviously being local as well. And that's what happened.
So
So,
this McGoldrick was he? He was highly touted. Was he? What was his record?
oh, he's only 3-0, but a new pro, but just trying too hard to impress.
Uh,
I thought, oh, I don't, you can see when the guy was obviously getting hurt, but he was putting everything into it, putting himself in front of those punches as well. And of course, 2 big right hands, and he was out. So, fast forward into so Paddy Gallagher beating Liam Wells, who was 5-0, TKO 3. Gallagher is he was a welterweight, but this is junior middleweight sort of weight now, 151. That was a good fight and a good stoppage for the referee because he opened up a load of punches. Wells had no answer, and the referee stopped the fight.
mm.
Probably the best fight next I saw all weekend was Stephen Ward, 11-0, beating Liam Conroy. Conroy just lost to Boatsi,
All right.
and I thought I had sort of Liam Conroy sort of starting to get on top in this fight because Ward was getting he was so badly cut. He was being inspected like every round, and you looked at the cuts in his eyes. You thought, well, but then he was deemed that he was a clash of heads, so he went to the scorecards after 8, and it was a technical decision to Stephen Ward. It was a great result for him, but I didn't expect it to be such a good fight, but he was back and forth, and it was a classic.
Hmm.
So Stephen Ward could be one to watch out for. He's got the World Boxing Organization European light heavyweight title, but we're not really interested in that. We want to see him go, British and proper European, I think. But he's more of a crude fighter, and I don't know if he'll keep him away from like the likes of Boatsu and Yard at the moment. I think he can be maybe a force. Give him a year or two.
Yeah.
Top of the bill was Tyrone McKenna, 18-1-1. It was a unanimous decision against Darren Foley. Foley was down in the 8th round. It was a good fight throughout. And it was only to the last few rounds that you could see McKenna getting on top.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it's quite a closely contested fight. But another good bill by MTK Global. So moving on next on the same night was Your Call Bethnal Green. The Eddie Hearn Matchroom card. We saw Arthur Jones the third, 1-0 from America. He's fighting at what's he fighting at? Doesn't even say his weight, but yeah. I'm sure there's no weight. It's a bit odd, isn't it? I don't know what weight. I think he must be like a welterweight. Yeah, I think 140 pound. I think.
He's the headliner or undercard?
No, he was come from America. He put him on the bill. He moved to 2-0 with a first round stoppage of Michael Horobin, journeyman. And the fight I wanted to see later on was Conor Benn.
Oh yeah.
But before that, we had, I think Conor Benn was on last. Before that, we had Ted Cheeseman making his comeback after his disastrous loss at the European title.
That's a quick turnaround, mind.
It was a good. It
wasn't that long ago, was it?
But he should have let the fight go. He lost to drawed with Kieran Conway. It was a fair draw. I did have Cheeseman slightly ahead, but I can't argue with the draw because Conway was sort of, you could see his technique was a bit better against Cheeseman's work rate. Craig Richards was facing Andre Sterling for, I think it was for the English title. Richards going in 14-1 against Sterling 10-0. It looked like Sterling was outboxing his man early on. And then all of a sudden, Craig Richards, he's called Craig Spider Richards, came out with some big sort of shots, put him down in the 6th round. And from there on, that was the turning point in the fight. But I did have Sterling winning it 95-94.
Yeah.
But they give it to Craig Richards, which a lot of people sort of like 50-50 agreed with, sort of thing. Lastly, Conor Benn was a bit of a revelation. I thought he was going to come up against some tough opposition in this journeyman, Juicy Kavula. Kavula had been in with some good fighters, like the 12-round distance with Samuel Vargas.
All right.
He'd been in for the European title a couple of times. So I thought this guy was going to go, probably win or go all the way. As it happened, Ben opened up in round 2 and put him down twice. Referee stopped the fight, no argument there. So Ben
good performance
now,
was it?
Yeah, he did look like a bit like his father in certain aspects. When he let the punches go, I think he sort of let the boxing go away and come back with a bit more aggression. So
that's a big win for him, man, considering the opponent.
That's a better win than I expected. So he's not obviously quite up there with the best yet, but it's a step in the right direction, and he moves to 15-0 now.
Wow, his career's crept up, isn't it?
Yeah.
I didn't know of course he's a Eddie Hearn fighter, isn't he? I've seen him on.
Yeah, there's one on the same night I took a while to find this fight. From Lazio, Italy, Giovanni De Carolis. Former super middleweight champion fighting Koronjeva. And the reason why I want to watch this is because I've seen Carolis up close and personal training in Magaluf.
Yeah.
That was the guy who told you about when I come back from my holiday. So he was obviously training for this fight. And he was like, to me, he was like a throwback fight to like the days of Leonard Duran, where they weren't clinching a lot. They was letting the hands go and sort of leaning on each other rather than clinching. And the Carolis came away with a unanimous decision. I think I had about 8 rounds to 4. So he now moves to 28-9-1. Jeva dips to 34-10. So that was a good fight, and expected as well. There's one more result from Friday, I believe. I can't even find it now. Basically, it's the Towering Inferno.
Right.
Sebastian.
The film.
Yeah, no, Sebastian Fandora.
Right.
I can't even find the result now. So he's 6'7" tall.
Oh wait, heavyweight.
Well, he has been advertised as a welterweight, but he's more junior middleweight.
Wow.
So you came in the ring 152 and a 3/4 pounds to face. He's undefeated in 12 against undefeated Hector Manuel Zepeda, 17-0. Well, apparently Fundora had quite a few amateur fights, but he didn't win a lot. I think he maybe 50-50. Manuel Zepeda, I think he had a 56-10, something like that, but his was regional class as well. But this fight, it basically showed that Fundora, his height difference made a big difference in this fight.
Of course, they would at that weight, wouldn't
Yeah, but he wasn't jabbing like a Thomas Hearns. He seemed to favour the inside fight, which is a bit strange. But the fight was stopped after 4 rounds because it was a cut on Zepeda's eye, and his corner pulled him out. But based on his performance, he looks like a prospect, but you don't know if he can take the punch because his legs look like matchsticks. Obviously, being that weight. But on the plus point, he could probably go through all the divisions now, couldn't he?
he?
6'7". So
Oh my god!
so that's his,
I'm gonna search for him.
yeah, that's his selling point. So the Towering Inferno, here he comes.
Wow, that'd be a tough. He's gonna be avoided, isn't he?
Yeah,
If he can actually fight. But,
Yeah.
we ever seen that kind of height at that weight before? World class.
No, I don't think we have. I've seen a 6 foot lightweight, but 6'7" with only 7 pounds more is strange.
Have you seen pictures? You watched the fight, did you?
Yeah,
What kind of like? He's all bone, is he?
he didn't. It's surprising he didn't look that bad in his upper body. But he had a long torso and very very thin legs.
Oh, especially if he likes to fight inside, his body's going to be a prime target for a.
Yeah, that's the thing. Yeah, if a guy's leaning on him, it's going to be quite a spectacle.
Check him out. You have to give me the link of his name. So that was Friday covered. Where did you watch any more on Friday?
No, that was it for Friday.
Hello.
All right.
Yeah.
So moving on to Saturday 22nd.
Sorry. No, sorry. I interrupted you. I thought I'd lost the connection. So.
All right. What's that now, is it?
Yeah. Carry on. Yeah.
So moving on to Doncaster Racecourse, Doncaster.
The bastion of the mecca of boxing.
Mecca of boxing, Doncaster. I think this is a VIP card online. I only watched the main event because a lot of the people like Debitants or 2-0 people. And after watching so many hours of boxing, I thought, right, I have to just watch the main event or risk the wrath of a beating of the wife. So Reece Mould topping the bill, going in 11-0 against Sean Davis for the vacant British Border Boxing Control English featherweight title. The reason I watched this fight is because it's the top of the bill, so why not? He was another guy I hadn't seen before. And he looks like a good fighter, Reece Mould. I think he could go on to bigger things. This Sean Davis coming in at 14-2. He seemed like just, what can I say, breeze through him. He just battled him for like 3 rounds and then just put him down. Well, he put him down in the first round first time. Then he was down again in the third and down again in the fourth. But he had cut eye in round 3 as well, Davis, so it's made his night even more miserable. But this Reece Mould, I think, at featherweight, he could be one to look out for. He's rated number 13 in UK. So obviously there's a lot of good fights to be made in that division. But I think within the next 12 months, we'll see some of those fights materialise. We'll know where.
What was his record? Did you say his record?
Yeah, he's now 12-0 with 6 KOs.
Right.
So he's obviously improving fighter, but he did look very professional in the eldest style well, you know. Unfortunately, there was another bill on by MTK Global, but I didn't get to watch it. Topped by Lee McGregor, 6-0, beating Scott Allen for the Commonwealth bantamweight title. So at bantamweight, McGregor's rated 4. I actually seen him on the bill up in Scotland against Brett Fido.
Hmm.
He was a routine 6 rounder. So he looks like a talent because he's fighting regular as well. He's been a pro since 2017, so he moved to 7-0, 6 KOs. So I'm expecting him to be probably moving into world class within the next 12 months. He looks a complete fighter from what I've seen in the past.
Hmm.
So that well, one more fight I'd like to bring to your attention is Ted Cheeseman conqueror Sergio Garcia defended his EBU European Super Welterweight title against Sarai Rabchanka. Rabchanka lost in 2 rounds to Kelbrook, I believe.
Yeah.
So, well, obviously Garcia's a boxer, pure boxer, and it's probably more of an expected result because he's not really a big puncher either. So he's got 13 KOs now in 30 fights, but he's undefeated, and I think he could figure in a world title fight soon.
Hmm.
So that's my take on the Saturdays. Last we got one more bill on Sunday night. Fox Sports. Guillermo Rigondeaux versus Julio Seja.
Oh, I wanted to know about this one.
Right, I watched this and gotta say the first round went for me to Rigo. He's busy. Second round, CJ become more active in the third. I thought I had him taking that third round. Some people think it was Rigondeaux. I had and then pretty much the fight became like that. He was in the pocket. Rigondeaux should have got out of the pocket sooner, but he was in the pocket and he's fighting well. But obviously the work rate of Seiji was bothering Rigondeaux a bit more. They both fouled and they both had a point off in round 8, which is I don't think is pointless because why take a point of each box in the same round? Do you get that?
Yeah.
You know, at least one guy should have 2 points off and then one have one off. And why if you have one each off, there's no difference. But in the same round, round 8,
I suppose there is a difference on it. I mean, it takes away that advantage he just had by having the point taken off.
oh, I suppose, yeah. But he actually took the points off at the same time.
Oh,
So he
sorry.
stopped the fight.
That
Then
is
he,
the most pointless thing you can do.
yeah,
Ah,
um, what should be a better idea would be like having red, yellow, green cards, wouldn't it? A green card for the first foul, and or whatever, or first couple of fouls, and then you progress to a red card. But anyway, round 8, that was close. Rigo fired a small straight left, and then he set it up with a big left for the knockdown. Seja rose, but the referee stopped the fight. It's good stoppage, I think. And it shows that despite his age, I think he's 38 now, and this guy's back in the mix, and he should be having a WBC title fight soon.
who's the WBC champion?
Ray Vargas, he's got a tall, tall, rangy fighter, but he does fight on the inside as well.
Oh, that'd be interesting if Rigondeaux reaches the summit again.
Yeah, I'd like to see that.
Yeah, I like
So,
him.
so top of the bill was Jamel Charlo. The original opponent, Tony Harrison, pulled out, and that was going to be for the rematch for the world title, WBC Super Welterweight title.
Hmm.
So this fight he took in the meantime against Jorge Cota. Basically, Cota came out, and I thought, well, his style looks weird. It was a long stance, and he was hunched over or hunched back.
Hmm.
He's like leaning back a bit. Charlo took 2 rounds to figure him out. I think he did catch Charlo with a sneaky left towards the end of the round. But then the third round came, and then Charlo just knocked him out towards the end of the round. He set it up with a left, so a straight right. Cotto went down, got up, resumed the fight. Then he did the old 1-2 big. It was like a big left and a big right, and that was it. The guy was out on the floor.
So this was a fight he was supposed to put that kind of performance in, was he?
Yeah. So you could argue some people seeing some mismatch on social media, but the guy had a decent record. I think it was 28 wins and 4 losses. He was no sort of no real mug,
How late a replacement was he?
I don't think he was that late at the They just want to keep the
Oh,
card going, didn't he? So
right.
this was a while back. So that's pretty much wraps up all the weekend action, I think.
And then after all that, you found out that your wife had left, and it'd been 3 days. You hadn't noticed.
Yeah. well, I knew she'd left because the food stopped coming.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
yeah, it's a tip for all you guys when I watch more boxing. You're just going to invite their friends over to see them, and he looks like he'd being a good guy then. That they're having female time with their friends.
Was that your strategy?
Yeah, and usually chucking a bottle of prosecco for good measure as well.
Mm, yeah. So we'll have a little break beer and then come back for the fight ahead. Yeah.
And I'll plug my dating video tips then, right? No.